Hello. Today I was wanting to look at the ways I teach words. Now, what I try to do with words is build hooks for the memories to hang on within the children's memories. So we talked about how we would draw around a word. Remember to start at the left and draw around it and look at the shapes as the children can notice that. Also, please emphasize where to start. You could actually put a little star or a bobble or a sticker so that the children can remember I've got to start at this end. Now, I would be very careful of labeling a child dyslexic at this stage just because they're trying to read backwards. There are reading disorders, definitely. There are drills that we do that limit children being able to feed that challenge. But remember, our brains are not hardwired to go from left to right. It's not like that. If you think about the Arab countries, they go from right to left. So their teachers would be teaching their children to go from right to left. So you, as a teacher, need to work it in to everything you do that you are doing from left to right. All right? When you line children up, count them from the left to the right. When they're putting things in order, always start on the left to the right. I did talk to people who do home education that you should do the washing up from the left to the right. When they're sweeping a room, think about how you could get them to start on the left and go to the right. Lots of hardwiring of the brain. Don't label children too soon. So we talked about how we can draw around the words for the children to recognize the shapes. We did that with all 4 of the names. Then we looked at a sort of pictographic way. When we did look, we drew eyes. So when they see that, they remember, what do you do with your eyes? You look, look, look. We looked at the capital L and said, actually, when you go somewhere important, you need to put your shoes on. So I could just do a little shoe there. All right? Because it's at the beginning and you always look smart at the beginning of a day. And then we looked at and the way that it joins things, and so we made it join. We made little hands to pull things together. Later on in maths, I use the plus sign and call it Princess Plus, and she has hands. So it's 1 and 1 equals 2. It's the same thing. So now I want to look at some of the other words that come up in the book and tell you how I would teach it. So we have here, come, come. Yes, I could definitely draw around it. Remember, start on the left, go down, up. But does that box in any way produce a hanger for you? It doesn't really for me, it's just a rectangle. So I have a little trick. When I look at ka, remember I'm starting at the left if possible. Some of my words I have to find a middle sound that helps draw the picture. So here, when we say come, it says come, come, come. We have to come. And I use my hand and call them. Come, come. And then I make them do it. Come, come, come. And they're beckoning you with their hand. You can also see with the E that that's exactly the same. So it's come, come, come. I find that really helps. And when I'm doing the flashcard drill with maybe a child individually and they can't remember, I just sort of mime it. Oh yeah, come, come, come. And it gets through to their head. Let's look at another word that we have here. O, O. Now, O can be said in so many different ways. We can go, oh, or oh, or oh, 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 oh. There's lots of different intonations we can use this word for in different contexts. So I would experiment and have fun with it with the children. Then I would say to them, watch my mouth when I say oh. Oh, 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 what do you notice is the same about my mouth? Look again. Oh, oh, oh. It's a circle. You're right. It's a circle. Oh. And look at the word. It says oh. Oh, oh, oh. Now the next two words I would definitely do on the same day because they're linked. And those two words are up and down. Now with these, I would definitely do the whole draw around. Remember to always start on the left, go down. Remember, I would probably do this on the blackboard. I wouldn't maybe have it as a permanent feature on the card, but for the sake of the video, that's what I'm doing. So we've got up. Let's look at the shape of that. What do you think? The children come up with all sorts of random ideas, and try not to be the first one to give an idea because they've got what it takes. We did that in the beginning, but now they can look at it and see what it, maybe it's an elephant, maybe it's a mask, maybe, I don't know what you could think it is. They have lots and lots of ideas. So that's up. Now I've got a friend of up, and this word says down. Again, I'm going to start right by the left. Go, oh, it's all the way, it's flat. Ooh, down there, across, up, down, around. Wow, look at the shape of that. That one is down, down. Let's do it together. Up and down. Now, because the screen can't capture it all, I would definitely put the up, and I would put the down, down. So it's up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then I would even play a game with the children that they have. I don't know if you know the game River Bank. So I would get the children to sit on their chairs or on the carpet, wherever you're working this through, and I would play a bit of a game. Are you ready? And when I showed up, they have to stand up. When I showed down, they sit down. Sometimes I might do down twice, and then they have to stay sitting, or up, and they have to stay up. So you can go up, down, 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 and then you'll see it's a bit like Simon Says, but that's a fun way to do it. The other thing I would do is I would introduce in maths on that day, I would do something with, when you discuss maths, you would use balances, wouldn't you? And they would look something like that. And then you can say, so what is up? The things that are light. So the small word is light, and it goes up. It looks a little bit like a balloon on a string as well. So you could have the balloon goes up, and the down, here's the capital down. The down has a well where you have to put your bucket down to get some water. So I would definitely introduce that with the children as well. If you have a balance with little bowls on, and you have little wooden letters or cutouts of up and down, you could actually put those in, because up has 2 letters and down has 4 letters, so it would still work, the up and down. And that way you're linking the words to other subjects in the curriculum. After I've done that, I would then again pick up all my words. I would put today's words at the top of the pile because I want them to be reviewed the most, okay? And then I would make my nice pile, which is now growing quite well. We're only on day 3 really. Oh, 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 down, 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 oh, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 tatenda, 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 cheaper, 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 David, 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 look, 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 etc., etc., etc. And the children will just quickly go through that, and you say, that's great, fantastic, and that would be your word drill. Then you would go on to forming your sentences, and I'm going to do that in the next video. So see you on that side. Bye.